Iron Hands. Once upon a time, in a great kingdom surrounded by forests, there lived a king who loved hunting. His lands were rich, but deep in the forest there was a place where no hunter ever returned. Those who entered vanished without a trace. At last, the king sent out brave men to discover the mystery. They found a wild man, taller than any giant, his skin as dark as rusted iron, his hair tangled like roots, and his eyes burning with strange fire. He had lived in the forest for years, catching anyone who came near. They bound him and dragged him to the castle, where he was locked in an iron cage for all to see. People called him Iron Hans. One day, the king's young son wandered to the cage. Curious and fearless, the boy looked at the wild man. "Let me out, and I will help you," whispered Iron Hands, his voice like thunder. The boy hesitated, but soon found the key and freed him. In an instant, Iron Hands lifted the boy in his mighty arms and carried him far into the forest. Deep in a hidden glade stood a golden well. "This well is mine," said Iron Hands. "You may stay with me, but you must not let anything fall into the water. Guard it well." The boy agreed, yet children are children. On the first day, while playing, he dipped his finger into the water. It turned to pure gold. Ashamed, he hid his hand behind his back. On the second day, his hair brushed the water. Golden locks shone upon his head. On the third day, his whole head fell in, and it turned into a crown of living gold. Iron Hans looked at him sadly. "You could not keep the well pure. You can no longer stay here, but I will not forsake you. Whatever you need, call my name 3 times, and I will help you." The boy wandered until he came to a great city. Hungry and alone, he begged for work. The king of that land took pity and set him to tend the gardens. With his golden hair hidden under a cap, no one knew his secret. Time passed, and war threatened the kingdom. The boy remembered Iron Hands, called his name 3 times, and the wild man appeared with a great army of warriors. The boy rode into battle, golden hair shining in the sun, and with Iron Hans' help, the enemy was defeated. But the boy slipped away before anyone could ask who the mysterious golden-haired knight was. Later, the king's daughter held a great tournament. Knights from every land came to prove their valor. The boy, with Iron Hands' help, returned in splendid armor of gold, then of silver, then of black steel. Each time he won, each time he vanished, leaving the princess more curious. At last, she placed a golden apple in his hand when he passed her. The king demanded to know who this hidden hero was. The boy removed his cap, and his hair flowed like sunlight. All marveled at his beauty and courage. "I am the gardener's helper," he said humbly, "but with the aid of Iron Hands, I fought for your kingdom." The king, filled with gratitude, gave him his daughter's hand in marriage. When the wedding feast was ready, Iron Hands himself appeared, no longer a wild man, but a mighty king. The spell upon him was broken, for he had found one pure and loyal enough to free him from his curse. The young prince and his bride lived happily, ruling with kindness, and Iron Hands became their greatest ally.